Have you ever walked through the oldest parts of New York City and wondered about the stories hidden in its bricks and cobblestones? Long before the towering skyscrapers we know today, New York was a small, rugged settlement, and its first buildings tell a fascinating tale of transformation. Let's travel back in time, over 400 years, to the very beginning of New York's architectural story. Our journey starts in the early 1600s, when this bustling metropolis was just a tiny Dutch trading post called New Amsterdam. Life was about survival and trade, and the architecture reflected that. Forget grand designs. Think simple, practical, and sturdy. The first homes were built to withstand the harsh North American winters. They were typically made of wood or brick, featuring steep roofs designed to shed snow easily. If you could see the original settlement, you'd immediately notice the Dutch influence. Houses were narrow, often built right up against each other, with distinctive stepped gables climbing towards the sky. These designs were directly inspired by the architecture of Amsterdam, built for function rather than flash. It was a compact, no-nonsense town focused on commerce, and its buildings were a direct reflection of that pragmatic Dutch spirit. But this was just the first chapter, and a major change was just over the horizon. In 1664, a pivotal moment reshaped the settlement's destiny. The British sailed into the harbour, took control without a fight, and renamed the city New York. This wasn't just a change in name and flag, it was a profound shift in culture, society, and, of course, architecture. The practical Dutch style began to fade, replaced by a new aesthetic that spoke of order, power, and British colonial rule, Georgian architecture. The Georgian style was all about symmetry and balance. Imagine a straight line drawn down the middle of a building. Each side would be a mirror image of the other. These new structures were more formal, featuring handsome brick exteriors, rows of evenly spaced windows, and often a grand, decorative doorway right in the center. It was a stark contrast to the modest Dutch designs. This new style wasn't just about looking good, it was a statement. It projected an image of British control, social hierarchy, and stability. As the 1700s progressed, this orderly design language spread throughout the growing city. Churches, government buildings, and the homes of wealthy merchants all adopted the clean, symmetrical lines of the Georgian style. Architecture had become a powerful tool, a visual representation of the colony's structure and authority under the British Crown. Then came the thunderous roar of revolution. After the American colonies declared their independence, New York City entered a new phase, not just politically, but architecturally. The city, now part of a young, ambitious nation, began to shed the overt symbols of its former British rulers. This led to the rise of the early American, or federal, style. The federal style took the core principles of Georgian architecture, like symmetry and balance, but softened them, adding a touch of uniquely American elegance. Think of it as a more refined, less imposing version of its predecessor. The designs became lighter and more graceful. You'd see details like delicate fanlights over doorways, slender columns, and more intricate, yet subtle, decorative elements. It was a style that celebrated the new republic's ideals, independent, sophisticated, but not ostentatious. It was the architectural equivalent of a quiet confidence, moving away from the grandeur of a monarchy and toward the refined spirit of a democracy. This style defined the look of the city as it rebuilt and expanded after the war, setting a new aesthetic standard for the fledgling United States. So, where can you see this history today? Sadly, the relentless pace of development in New York means that very few buildings from this colonial and early American era have survived. Fires, growth, and the constant cycle of demolition and construction have erased most of these early structures. But if you know where to look, you can still find precious remnants of this foundational period. One of the most famous is Fraunces Tavern, located in the financial district. Originally built as a private residence in the 1700s, this Georgian-style building played a crucial role in American history, famously hosting George Washington's farewell address to his officers. Standing before it, you can feel the weight of centuries. It's a tangible link to the city's colonial past, a reminder of a time of taverns, town criers, and revolutionary fervor. Exploring these few surviving landmarks isn't just an architectural tour, it's a form of time travel. They connect us directly to the city's origins and allow us to appreciate the incredible journey from a small Dutch trading post to the global capital it is today. This early period, from the simple Dutch houses to the elegant federal townhomes, truly laid the foundation for everything that was to come. It set the stage for centuries of architectural innovation, ambition, and reinvention, creating the rich, layered urban fabric we see in New York. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this dive into New York's history, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories hidden within our cities. Let me know in the comments which historical period you'd like to explore next.